Imagine getting remote AI projects from a platform valued in billions of dollars where companies are hiring experts in bulk globally. But here is the catch: thousands apply, very few understand the actual interview process. So, in this video, I will show you what Mercor actually asks in the interview, what type of candidates they want, my real experience and feedback, and how you can improve your chances of getting selected. And trust me, some qualification requirements may actually surprise you. So, without wasting time, let's start. So in this video, I will talk about the platform name is Mercor. So specifically the generalist expert interview experience. So this role is a highly in demand because Mercor is hiring people in bulk for the multiple AI projects, evolution tasks, research work, and the expert-based opportunities. So if you're looking for the remote work or a freelancing or AI-related projects or a flexible online income, so then this video can really help you. Also, if you want more videos about the interview experiences, remote platforms, freelancing opportunities, or AI jobs, then support the channel. And subscribes take only 3 seconds, but it really helps me to create the more videos like this. So first, let's quickly understand what Mercor actually is. So Mercor is one of the fastest growing AI hiring platform right now. They connect companies with skilled professionals for the AI training, response evaluation, research work, writing tasks, and the technical and non-technical experts projects. And honestly, their growth has been massive. That's why so many people are now trying to get projects through this platform. But the highest question is, how do you actually get selected? So that's what we are going to discuss in this video. Okay, so now apply process and dashboard. So now let's talk about the apply process. So I have already shared the apply link in the description. So once you click on it, so you will land on a Mercor dashboard. The process is very simple. Fill your first name, email address, and phone verification. Okay, and the here is the step about the upload resume. Before moving ahead, let's see the basic qualification. So bachelor degree from one of the most top 100 college globally, and the required skill, and I hope this one is a general basic skills and not required any technical skills. And the important part is eligibility, so mostly they looking for the candidates who are based in these countries. Okay, now one important thing, a lot of opportunities come daily on the different platforms, and honestly it becomes difficult to track the everything manually. That's why I personally use the Welpora Job Kit dashboard, so you can see the company names in right corner and track opportunities in the left side. And just if you click on the image generation expert, so here is the apply link and it will land you on the dashboard directly. Okay, so if you are applying regularly, so that can save a lot of time. So link in the description. So now let's move to the important part is interview. Okay, now the qualification requirement. So one thing that surprised many people was the qualification criteria. So for some worker roles, they prefer the top global rank universities, strong academic background, or the candidates from the selected countries. And honestly, not everyone qualifies for the every role. So but don't worry, Mercor keeps posting multiple opportunities regularly. Okay, so guys, this interview is very important. So it's like the general interview. It will be based on your resume. So this interview it will help you to get a project in the any active projects, not only for the generalist experts. It will also there is a chances of you will get the other project as well if you applying for that project. Okay, so this is an AI interview. So this interview explores your expertise in the professional area you know the best, and it includes the brief conversation about your area of expertise. Okay, and they expected to spend is the 14 minutes. If you need assistance, so you can raise your hand and just ask. So I will show you three of three interview retakes remaining. Okay, so retakes, reserve the retake for the technical issues. Keep in mind that hiring managers can see your retake count. Okay, so if it disconnect, so you can retake as well your data in your control and interview on your own time. Okay.
Welcome to the Domain Expert Interview. Today, we'll have a brief conversation focused on the professional or academic domain that you know best. To start, you'll describe the domain you consider your strongest. Then we'll walk through a few focused questions. Think of this like a casual conversation with a curious colleague. Our goal is to understand how you think through topics in your field, skills that matter across a wide range of Mercor projects. Take a moment to think before answering. Clear, focused answers are perfect. If you experience a technical issue, you can click End Call and return at another time. You may retake the interview up to 2 additional times if needed. Ready to begin?
Yes, I have listened the all guidelines and I am ready for the interview.
Based on your resume, it seems you have considerable expertise in AI technologies and quantum computing. Could you briefly tell me about your primary area of expertise?
So as first I have completed in my the graduation in the field of the AI. So my primary area of expertise is artificial intelligence and data analysis. So I mainly focus on machine learning projects and AI based research and using a Python for analytical tasks. So I especially interested in how AI can improve decision making, automate workflows, and analyze the large amount of data efficiently. I also have exposure to quantum computing concepts and the computational researching projects.
Great. We'll spend our time on artificial intelligence and data analysis. I'll ask a few questions that go a bit deeper into that area. Take your time and talk through your responses the way you naturally would. To start, what have you been working on specifically in AI and data analysis lately?
Okay, so for the AI data and the other role, so mainly I evaluated and I have been working on the AI based data analysis and research oriented project. So most of my work involves using Python and machine learning concepts to analyze the data set, identify patterns, and improve the predictions accuracy. So I have also been exploring how AI tools can automate workflows and make data processing more efficient. So, in addition, I have spent time learning about the NLP, generative AI system, and the practical AI applications in the business and the research environment. So, the most combining analytical thinking with AI technology solve the real world problems are efficiently. That is the my interest.
When you analyze data sets using Python and machine learning, how do you determine which machine learning algorithms are best suited for your data analysis tasks?
Okay, so if I get assigned the any project and so for the data, so I usually start by understanding the type of data and the goal of the project. So first I clean and explore the data set to understand the patterns, missing values, and relationship between the variables. Then I decide whether the problem is classifications, regression, or prediction based or based on that. So I choose the suitable algorithm, for example linear regression for the predictions problem, or a decision trees, or the random forest for classification, and the k means for the clustering and the pattern grouping. So I also considered factors like the dataset size, accuracy, interpretability, and the time. So after selecting models, I compare their performance using the evolution metrics such as accuracy, precision, recall, or the some error. So I choose the model that gives the best balance between the performance, efficiency, and the reliability for the specific task.
How do you handle a situation where the initial machine learning models you selected do not perform as well as expected?
Okay, so in this scenario, so if there is something learning models, if the initial machine learning models also do not perform well, so first I try to understand the reasons behind the poor performance instead of directly changing the model. So I usually recheck the data set for the issues like the missing values, imbalanced data, or the some incorrect the features. So after that I work on the features engineering and the data pre-processing, because better data often improves the model performance significantly. So then I experiment with a different algorithm and tune the hyperparameters. So using methods like the cross validation or the grid research. So I also compare the evolution matrix carefully to see where the model is failing. So I simply the model or a try assemble to method like the random forest or the boosting techniques to improve the accuracy and stability. So I treat it as an iterative process where the testing, analysis, and optimization helps achieve the better results.
How has the field of artificial intelligence evolved recently, particularly concerning generative AI and its applications?
Okay, so for this question, in the field of the artificial intelligence, so has evolved very rapidly in recent years, especially with the rise of the generative AI. So earlier, AI systems were mainly focused on the predictions and automation, but now, so generative AI can create the human-like text, images, videos, audios. Okay, so but now generative AI have a creator like the text, images, videos, audios, and even a software code as well. A large language module and the multi-module AI systems have the significantly improved the capability of AI applications. And the one major evolution is that the AI is becoming more practical and integrated into everybody workflows. So companies are now using generative AI for the customer support or content creation. Usually, I use for my YouTube as well. So software development, research assistants, and the healthcare and business automation. So AI
With the
tool
evolution
are
of generative AI and its diverse applications, How do you see its role in the future of decision making and workflow automation?
Okay, so in the future of the automation and the workflow of the automation in the decision making, so generative AI has a significantly improved productivity, decision making, and the workflow automation across the many industries. So in productivity, AI tools helps people complete tasks faster by generating the content, summarizing the information, writing code, and assisting with the research. So in decision making, so AI can analyze the large amount of data, quickly identify the patterns, and provide the insignificant that the business make the better strategic decisions. So for the automation, AI reduce repetitive manual tasks such as data entry, customer supports, and the report generation and documents processing. So this allow team to focus more on creative and high value work. So generative AI is transforming now, organizing, operate by improving efficiency.
Imagine you are implementing an AI model for a company that handles sensitive customer data. You need to balance the model's accuracy with the need for data privacy. How would you approach making trade offs between these two priorities?
Okay, so in this situation, for the sensitive data and the privacy data, so I would focus on finding a balance where the AI model performs well while still protecting the customer privacy and maintaining trust. First, I would minimize the use of the sensitive data whenever possible and apply the strong data protections method such as the anonymization, encryptions, and access control. Then I would evaluate whether all features are truly necessary for the model, because reducing unnecessary personal data can lower privacy risks without greatly affecting accuracy. So I would also consider privacy focused techniques like the federation training or the differential privacy, especially for the highly sensitive information. So after that, I would compare model performance and privacy impact together instead of optimizing the only for accuracy. In many real world applications, slightly lower accuracy is acceptable, but in the significantly improved security and user trust. So my approach would be the build AI system that are accurate, secure, transparent, and the align with the ethical and the regulatory standards.
How would you handle a situation where a more accurate AI model requires compromising on a stricter privacy measure that your company has in place?
Okay, so in this situation, first compromising on a privacy measure, it will be the not will take the direct action. So I would first evaluate it how serious the privacy compromise is, and the whether is create the legal, ethical, or the security risks for the users and the company. Even if model is more accurate, protecting the sensitive customer data should remain the high priority. So I would discuss the trade-offs with the stakeholders
Is
such as
crucial.
technical
If the
terms.
privacy risks are significant, I would explore alternative solutions, like using advanced privacy preserving techniques or seeking stakeholder input to find an acceptable compromise between performance and privacy. The approach ensures both accuracy and adherence to privacy standards.
Okay, so if the privacy risk is a trade-offs or a stakeholder, so this is the different situation I mentioned. So as exactly, I believe the best approach is to explore alternative solutions. So instead of the treating the privacy and performance as completely opposing goals, I would look to into advanced privacy techniques, so such as the differential privacy, federated learning, secure data handling, and the method to reduce risks while still maintaining the strong model performance. So I also think the stakeholders collaboration is very important, working with the security teams, legal teams, or business leaders and the technical experts to ensure that decisions are balanced from the both technicals and the ethical perspective.
Thank you for sharing your insights today. Your responses have been received and saved and are now under review by the Mercor team. We value your input, and I would like to ask if you have any feedback on the quality of today's interview. Rest assured, your feedback will not affect the outcome of your interview in any way.
Okay, so for Marker, the my feedback is the interview experience was good and well structured. The questions were relevant to professional and encourage the critical thinking, so and the practical problem solving. So I especially like the conversation focused on the explaining the real world problems. The problem is that if the Marker is focusing on the more role based questions and the about the resume based interview question, so it will help to get the more clients very easily onboarding. So rather than asking the general AI questions, so it's very difficult to get the good candidates, because the if have the potential to the candidate, so it must be the align with that project as well, I think.
Thank you for your valuable feedback. We appreciate your insights as they help us improve the process. If you have any other questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to our support team. You can leave the interview by pressing the end call button. Thank you for your time, and take care.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you need anything else, please don't hesitate to reach out to our support team. Feel free to press the end call button whenever you're ready. Have a great day.
So your application has submitted, so you will be back within 4 week. Oh, but usually they inform in within a week, I guess, because I have given my interview in last year around, so that time they usually revert back within a week. So you can apply for the other role as well. So, a few important tips: keep your resume clean and simple. Speak confidently during the interview. Don't overcomplicate answers. Think logically before answer, because whatever you give the answer, the AI ask question on that. Okay, and practice explaining things very clearly. And the most important, even if you don't get selected immediately, so don't stop applying. This platform continuously open the new project, so you can apply for that as well. So here is the few things that can increase your chances. Strong LinkedIn profile. If you don't have, so just click on I don't have profile. And good communication skills, a clear resume, fast response time, and the AI related understanding. And the important thing is your education background, and the important thing is your experience as well. Okay, also keep checking the platforms regularly, because opportunities comes and go very fast. So so link in the description. So after click on that, it will show like you have already been referred to Lokesh UK if you have an account. So if you don't have, so still it will showing, so don't dismiss or like that. So that's why I referred you. So that was my full Mercor Generalist Expert interview. So basically रोल के ऊपर इंटरव्यू नहीं था, जो आपने रिज्यूमे अपलोड किया है उसके ऊपर रिज्यूमे होता है. सो ऑन द बेसिस ऑन दैट वो प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए ऑनबोर्डिंग करता है. ओके, सो द इंटरव्यू इज completely purely based on your resume. Okay, so I hope this video help you understand the opportunity, the process, interview questions, and how to prepare. Okay, so if you want more videos like this, so don't forget to like, support, and subscribe. It genuinely help me to the channel grow. And apply link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.